So the Bank of Canada reduced the overnight rate by 0.25%, and I think that's a good thing. Stay tuned, I'm going to tell you why. Hi and welcome to the channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Lorenzo Cabison. I've been selling real estate for the past 8 years. And let's talk about the 0.25 rate drop. I think it was good that they only dropped it 0.25% because my perspective is from a real estate perspective. I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty details of everything, only the macro picture of how this affects real estate. I think this is a good thing because we do not want to see a severe rate drop, because severe rate drops means that there's an exponential amount of people coming into the market and driving up prices. We do not want the prices of real estate to fluctuate up and down every several months or several times per year. Real estate is a boring, long-term hold asset class. It's supposed to be steady and predictable with a slow to moderate growth over a long time. It's not supposed to go up and down like Bitcoin or the stock market. Now that we talked about the overnight rate, we do know that there's going to be another future rate cut on April 16th, and that will probably be a 50 basis point cut. The reason is because there's another tariff increase allegedly coming at the beginning of April. Now, the tariff war has been pretty chaotic, up and down, tariff one day, no tariff the other day, several announcements per day regarding tariffs on, tariffs off, tariffs reduced. Who knows exactly what's going on? So what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to explain the two possible outcomes. And when it comes to real estate or when it comes to investing, it's all belief-based. We all use the math and the logic to reinforce our existing beliefs about what is happening or what will happen. So I'm just going to give you the good and the bad outcome. And then I'm going to tell you what you should do. The bad outcome is the tariff war continues with our existing new government, which is the Liberal government led by Mark Carney. And this tariff war will negatively impact the whole country, but primarily Ontario, because Ontario has several different factors that are contributing to an absolute disaster right now. And the tariffs are a cherry on top, and BC as well. In Ontario, and this is important to talk about Ontario right now and the disaster that it is, because it's going to affect the Calgary market, and I'm going to tell you how. There are a tremendous amount of mortgage renewals coming up in 25 and 2026, and if you add the potential of job losses in Ontario because of the tariffs, those people will have to sell their house and go to a more affordable market that matches their existing market and lifestyle, which is Toronto. They could go to Saskatchewan or Manitoba or out east, but realistically, Calgary or Edmonton, somewhere in Alberta, are going to be the markets that they're going to move to, which will increase demand for a limited amount of real estate here in Calgary. And then if we combine that as well with the lowering of the interest rates to help the overall economy stay afloat, that is only going to further add fire to the existing hot market that we're seeing right now in Calgary. So that was the negative. Now the good possible version, again, I'm going to extrapolate in the most positive way as seen by people, aka the opposite of that situation. We're going to see a government change from the Liberals to the Conservatives, who are going to deal with Donald Trump in reducing tariffs or maybe getting rid of them completely. Or if Donald Trump stays in his bully lane and continues to bully us with tariffs, we might see this government, this new government, the Conservative government, right? We're looking at the positive outcome here. We might see them reduce taxes on these businesses and add incentive to these tariffed industries. So for example, if they're getting tariffed 25%, we're going to see a 25% reduction in their tax rate in order to offset that tariff. That's a potential as well. combined with a lowering of the Bank of Canada rate, maybe not as aggressive of a lowering of the Bank of Canada overnight rate, but still lowering it, that will stimulate our economy and keep things afloat. It'll keep Ontario okay, BC okay. In the meantime, Alberta will still be producing energy for the states. Out of the 5 million barrels that we are producing right now, 4 million of them go to the states. And so we will continue to see a steady growth in Alberta because of being on a good path and producing energy and being a stable economy. I think in the positive scenario that we've been talking about here, we will still see people from Ontario coming over because of the positive growth and potentially less affected by tariffs, and because those mortgage renewals are still coming up in Ontario and BC regardless, and there's going to be people that are going to be forced out of that economy and into our economy. So what should you do? Well, in the short term, you should definitely be out looking for the types of property that you are interested in or are interested in purchasing. And as far as a mortgage goes, though I'm not a mortgage professional, I do recommend you talk to a mortgage broker, not just your bank, someone who actually knows what they're talking about. And I do have mortgage brokers that I can recommend you talk to that are very smart and pay attention to these numbers and these economic factors. I recommend you take a variable rate right now, as it will continue going down, and then once we've seen the bottom, just lock it in for 5 years. Remember, in the long term, real estate always goes up, and that is a byproduct of the devaluation of money and inflation. That's a whole different complex conversation, but basically you don't want to pay 100% interest for the rest of your life. That's called renting. You want to pay the 2, 3, 4, 5% interest for an X amount of period, pay off your house, and then be debt-free, only pay a few dollars per year. So what should you do? Well, you should click the link below to have a free consultation with me and discuss about potential direction for what you're trying to achieve and see what makes sense for you. It might make sense for you to sell and wait. It might make sense for you to buy. Regardless, click the link below and let's have a free consultation. If you're looking for coming soon properties, we do have properties that are coming soon that are currently not on the market. If you want to know what we have available, send me a DM on Instagram and say coming soon. I can't say off market because legal reasons. Say coming soon, and depending on what you are looking for, I will send you what I have that is coming soon. Thank you so much for watching. Hope this video helped you figure out what direction you and your family should be going with your real estate needs. Don't forget to hit that like button. That's free and it really helps me and the algorithm out, and subscribe. I will be putting out these videos as much as humanly possible per week because there are so many different news coming out and things changing, and I need to keep you guys updated. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Until next time.